on some restructuring today. How about that? Because I don't have much time. I only have a bit over an hour. So we're gonna fix a few things that I have on my to do, so to speak. Let's see. First of all, it's not really like it's kind of like an improvement I would like to do to make the sky kind of like red, maybe. So let's do that. We can actually start first the burn. And then we'll move this one down here, that one up there. And this one will be for the shared. So it should find the server. Oh, I didn't load the... Did I already break it? I didn't even do any changes even. What the fuck? Let me try... wait. May have... Let me quickly take a look into the... why would I do that? Here's the list. Okay, how do I... Whoa! Thank you. It's actually just the... What is it called? Explorer. Alt-I. Sig out, bin, serve, not that place. Yeah, and what is the client set on? They are the same. Why are they then not... Why can I not then find server? That's weird. The server should definitely show up over here if I run the same. Unless if I changed it for the playtest to be the active one. Hold on, let me take a look. Does it say anything about? Cannot open... Oh, no, that's not irrelevant. It doesn't actually find anything when it's trying to search for a thing. Interesting. Let me see, Steve or... I was just messing around with the upload of the actual real, or not real, the playtest application still. But let's see if I changed it to be this one. Like that, we go. So now we should launch for... Wait, what is still... Why is it launching for separate? It has a wrong print there. That's funny, I can actually hold that in. That shouldn't even work either. I was just playing around here and was fine. Why is it still launching with the wrong ID? Have I actually hard-coded it somewhere by accident? Because it shouldn't use that. No? Weird. I was just playing before the stream and now I can't play. That's so funny. What the fuck just happened? Oh, it didn't even save? Let me try again. Okay, now it launched with the right app ID. Why didn't this one? Let's try again. This one still launches with the wrong app ID. What? Requesting server list. Let's see. And I get that ID from here. It comes from here, Steam utils. So it depends on how I initialize Steam that I get that thing. Why am I not just... But I have the Steam ID stored in here. I actually do not. Well, actually, it's kind of... Wait, hold on. No, that's from... Yeah. Let's go to the main. I can't find. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, whatever. Let's see, Steam. Here. Init. Well, that should automatically just fetch the one that is in here. It shouldn't do anything else. Why is it not doing it? It still launches the wrong. What? How? That's so weird. Let me do this. Oh, is it possible that I get the wrong ID when the txt has? Because I'm literally, the only way I could get that is if it was taken from the wrong file. And that it shouldn't even be able to do it either way. Well, I guess I have this one for when you want to, but it shouldn't even use that one. That was just for if when you set it up yourself, you get the file. You do not. But maybe it is taking it from there somehow, even though it should not. Because it's not even a. Okay. Okay, now it has the right app. I don't know, man. That's weird. But still, it doesn't find a single server to connect to. That's weirder. I swear to God, it was just working here. I'm telling you guys, this is weird. Did I actually have it? Hmm. It's weird that I can spam press that thing. It shouldn't even work because it should be on cooldown trying to. Oh wait, but if it finds 0, actually that's true. But still. So weird. It was literally working. Like, within 50 minutes ago, I was playing and it worked. And the only thing I have changed now is just the app ID, but that shouldn't. Unless. No, but I should still then be able to use the same. Maybe I will just take back the old ID. Shouldn't be the problem though, but maybe it is. Bruh, I was thinking I would actually get to do something, but now I'm just solving this the whole day. Great. This shouldn't have anything to do with that. Mm. I'll try putting it to this. Both. No. Like that, and we'll go into here. Paste that. Go here and paste that there as well. Now we're just back to what it used to be before I did the playtest application, which should be working also. It's weird it doesn't. So it launched on that, and it launched also here, and but it still doesn't. Hello, Freezer Kid. I get it. Why would this not work? Because it's usually yeah, the Sky is working, but now I cannot connect to the server. I tried to upload the binary to Steam, so I changed a few things, which seems to have fucked it up completely now. Once you fix a problem, another one always shows. Yeah, but the funny thing is that they are not even related. Well, I guess it was a problem that it wasn't uploaded to Steam. Now it is uploaded to Steam, and now a server can't be found. Freaking fantastic, isn't it? Hmm. I mean, something must be connecting correctly here because, I mean, it is launching. Everything seems fine, but yet I do not get the... That's so weird. Why would that happen? I mean, I guess it's... I installed Steam command line. Maybe it's something with that, but nothing. What else could there be? Let me try one more thing. I'm gonna check quickly Steamworks here and see... server here. Am I supposed to use the server ID for the... Nah, that wouldn't make... Maybe it would make sense. I will try it. Wait. Why are there two of these also now? Why did it not copy it? Ah. Just gonna check that I got this. Yeah, okay. Let's try again. Nothing. Oh, right, but now I forgot that this one also needs it. And there. Nothing. It just has to be a freaking lie. What the fuck? I don't get it. Why would it? Okay, I haven't had this problem before, like, ever. Freaking weird. That it now just shows up, and I have no idea. The only thing I could think of is that the upload may have fucked it up, but that shouldn't, I would assume. Freaking weird. What else do I have that I could modify? Hello, Infinite Coder 01. Or I could just do a get that git status and then just git stash everything. Yeah, I think I will do that. But I will yank that and we'll just go git stash. So now it's back to the version that was working yesterday before I pushed. But it still doesn't work. Okay, that's freaking hilarious. Oh my god. And Discord is... What the fuck? Is it just me or what's going on with this thing? Is it because I pushed it that I requested to get like a review for the... That would be fucking awful if it's just because I pushed a review request. Hmm. You start the server right now. Does it? What? Okay. Mm. Maybe I just... Okay. Okay, let me restart Steam. Maybe it's just that. PK... Well, I guess I can take... #9 Steam. Is it with lowercase? It's lowercase. And I will restart it. Oh, updating Steam. We're not gonna accidentally show my whole Steam profile picture now of my friends. Let's see. Well, yeah, obviously that's what you need to do. You need to kill the Steam process. That's dumb. That's dumb as fuck. That's obviously the solution to every problem. It's just restart Steam. So, okay, well, we can connect now. I thought that they always multiple by 3, like with... Wait, what are always multiple by 3? Ain't no way that is how you spell it. Reminds me of this video of most... Wait, what are we talking about? I'm confused. Okay, but what we could do here now is that I would like to try a new thing here. I think we could pass... Let's, before I do that, let's see. We're gonna go to the Vulkan, because that's actually where I do this. And then we're gonna find the push constant. So push constant here. It's not the UI push constant I'm curious to know or mess around with. It's actually it's time. And I would like to slow it down by 0.1. Just so we get the planet to rotate a little bit slower. It should have... Wait, am I wrong in that it should have worked? Oh no, it's elapsed time. I'm dumb, sorry. Well, that would fuck up everything else also, so But maybe... Wait. What if I change the... We get the global light direction based on elapsed time like this. Okay, no, this is fine. We can do this 0.1. So this will slow it down. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. That should do it. Yeah. That's more like it. So now it's a little bit easier to follow along, but what we'll actually do is we'll put it static. So we'll take this and we'll put it at the top. What am I doing wrong here? Shit. I've removed one too many of those. Boom. It should be right above the pillar here, I think, if I got the math right. Yeah. With the other sun. And now what we can do is start to mess around a little bit, because that's what we like to do. So we can also... Wait, which one is this? This is the... Oops. That one... Yeah, it's the fourth reload. I should probably name them or make them visible so one could like see which one is working with, but you know. But what we'll do now is we can go into here, and I think this was, if I take this down to 0, it should become red. We could even make this. Oops, not well, whatever. Boom. I think that would be a cool stage to put the everything on when you activate the boss or something like that, right? And then what we can do, I'm thinking of passing color into the uniform buffer, like light color. We can use that to just do also the lights on meshes, for example, static mesh. Let's do it on that one first. Maybe, well, they both go through the same fragments, so it's actually okay in here. Yeah. Wait, do I just... Can I do this? I do like that. And then I multiply by vec 3. Is it like this? Let's see if I'm dumb or not. Yeah, that's how you make it red. That's pretty fire. We could actually use this for the... It's more or less just more relevant for the light, so the diffusion, not the... It's a float. So I don't want to do it based on this thing, I want to do it just with that, but I don't know if this is going to make a difference on that. No. Maybe I make it so it's just like an addition, kind of. Well, it's okay, we'll think about it. What we'll do now is that we need to push this to the uniform buffer as well. So we'll close that. We can keep the server running. The server is not concerned about the rendering at all. Maybe I should actually make this to a header now, because this is starting to become so frequent that I need to use it. And I'm like changing it constantly. So I'm gonna... how do you even make it? Oh, yeah. How do I do header files for shaders? Let's see. And I will just create... I was first to begin with quite against it, but now I'm like, oh shit, I'm changing it so often. Maybe I'm not supposed to change it often, but it would be convenient now. So let's see. Because I need it for the uniform buffer. It's just uniformly passed around. Oh, come on. I maybe just Google would have been faster here. Shader here compiles runtime via shader. Oh shit, that's true. Hey, what the fuck is it doing now? I would actually have to do that if I wanted to do this. Is it worth it? Let me take a look. Because then shader compile at runtime via shader C, and that last null arg to shader C compile into SPV is where include support goes. Shader C has no built-in file system resolve in. You give it 2 callbacks, minimal versions. Wait, so what are those things? Let me take a look at that. So when we go to shaders, shader C, and then it's... have to defer. Then it does a const option shader C compile option initialize. Okay. Shader C compile options, release options, and then okay, shader C compile option set include callback options, resolve include, release include. What are these two? So it's just adding a, but what do I do? Let's see. Before you add, before we add, you add anything. What is the full picture you need to change? Here's the full picture, no edits yet. How shaders work here. 6 source files, asset shaders, birth fragment. They are compiled to Sphere at runtime via shader C, the lib. Oh, right. Maybe I should just provide. I should. But the thing is, which is convenient, is that to auto-load them in during runtime, not during. Maybe I could change it to build time, and then runtime would just check if there's a new shader. Oh, that could be actually a lot better. Then the application wouldn't require to have. It would just check the new one, and it wouldn't actually build. Yeah. Additional handle included support lives there. What header files for shader C needs? Common is not part of the core GLSL. Shader C gated it behind GL. Google include derivative extension, and in the C API does not ship file system resolver. You have to hand it to callbacks. Resolver given the requests path, common GSL, read the file, return shader C including result. Source name bytes, releaser free the resolver. You actually change 3 things all in shader C. Shader C. Registers the 2 include callbacks. Pass it as the last arg instead of null. Be careful with Google extensions, can cause for your driver caching to be slow. Oh, really? Why would Google do such things? Write the resolver. Read from asset shaders request. This bypass your asset server and hits the file system directly. Worth deciding if you care matters for the Steam pipe build where the content route that would need to match. Then in the shader that wants shader code. The lazy fork in row, the whole callback dance only pays off if shader is growing. If fragment and sky share just a few lines, light helper constant. Okay. Well, I think I will think about that, because I think I also will think about moving the shaders to the build, which may even be better, but that's not what I really want to do today or with the time I got. So we're not going to go in that direction right now. But what we're going to do, I'm going to write it down first of all. Real bro, I had to wait for 10 eventually for my engine to run. 10 minutes. Shit. But 10 minutes. 8 hours stream again. No, today will be quite short. I have a train that leaves in about an hour and a half, so I'm gonna leave in an hour. So and then I won't be back maybe until Monday. I'm gonna try to be back by Sunday. Yeah. But yeah. Uniform buffer. yeah, that's what we'll do. So we go to frame data, and in here I have this might be slightly problematic because I need an empty F32 here that just takes up space for no reason. Can you do this in Zig just to occupy that space? And then I will have to do light color. What am I saying? Light color. Or wait. I know. Well, it's still like I still would put it there, but we'll put this. No, I cannot do that because I need a time. Fuck. What if? Nah, we'll do it like this. And it will be an F32 like so. Not used. How about that? I forgot to. It's like so. Well, I think this looks more evil to read. Yeah, we'll go with that. Until I get the... Well... If I change light direction to... Nah... This could still be used for something. Once I get to the point where that could be seen, but I don't see it yet. This will just be used for the sky and the... So, animation will actually take it in also. There will be a vec for, and it will be a light color. And what we can do is that we can take this and then go down. That we can go here. Maybe I should really get more used to navigating with those ones. And then 7, oh, wrong way, 14. And is it A or D? What the fuck? Which key is it to plot in the... I was about to ask the question. How do I jump to end of line? Because I use the arrow keys to navigate, but now I'm getting like I really need to navigate with these other keys. And yeah, set, not that. That is what I use. I think it's in usually A or yeah. Jump to the end. Okay, wait, Shift A. Yeah, but that puts me in insert mode also. Non G underscore char. Or I could also just do, wait, hold on, VS data G that. But I would like to just navigate with the, like being able to press 4 and then going up, and now here pressing 6. And I did 6. And then now going to the end of the line, what does it say? End after char, no. If you, something else, end of file, no. End of line. Like pressing and can you add A for that? Because if I could just press A here to go to the end, I think that would be kind of convenient. Because A is not really used. And already works in NeoVim, normally insert visual. If not, drop this in your config. Normal would, what? Or $sign? Really? Oh, that $sign does nothing. Wait, what the fuck? Is it N? Nah. View key map. Control O? Not really. Yeah, so Christ V, and down, and then to end. You add it so I can just use it. Because so often that I just want to do that, but I can't without using the arrow keys, and it's really annoying. And at this point, it would have been faster to write it myself. Oh my god, still trying to do it. I think I already got the NeoVim file open. I could have just gone in and added it. Okay. Nah, I'm just doing it myself now. Fuck that shit. Where's key bindings? Key maps. There. Do I have end anywhere in here? And yeah, but I don't have it an actual thing. Is that it? Or
Yes.
yes, that should be it. Okay, so let's try. And then A, nah, did not work. What it's supposed to be if it's not that normal? But I mean, select mode. Oh, so it's wait, hold on. Ah, okay, yeah, I need it for visual mode. Okay, let's try again. Is there a other key for enter in? Let's see, because I'm pressing enter all the time. It's really annoying. LO. Oh, you can do that. Oh, okay, nice. That's so much better. Okay, wait, where was I? Light color. There. Okay. Damn it. And how do I go to beginning? And for beginning of line, do shift A? Shift A? So upper, okay. What will happen? Okay, without using, I'm really trying to do this without going through the, now I have to do one more time, like so. Jump to start. And what we'll do here is we'll change this to be capital A. I wonder how do I, it's so okay, let's try this. Hell yeah. And then it's wrong way again. I managed so fucking well. Like that. And then we go here, and this one needs that as well. And paste. Nice. Just kind of like building the muscle memory right now for this. That I need actually. And for saving, Let's enter. And let's open that one, go there, and 6, wrong way. Paste it. Control S says works normal. Swap things around a little bit too fast. So we'll just go like this and it would save. I think that would be better. Because I really did, every time I want to save, I never like really do anything else than that. Maybe I could have even done a... I did it the wrong way. What is the anchor? There's... Wrong key. I get the wrong key all the time. Let's see how long it takes for me to remember that I actually changed it. Probably won't. Now it's just about getting that muscle memory. Okay. Probably want to change some other. I will save that one for later if I want to change some other thing. And what I will do now is take this one to here. Like so. This is the setup. Okay, let's open NeoBeam. And what I wanted to do now is that in the renderer Vulkan, I think it should complain about, yes, it does. We need to add the color. So if we do light color is equal to a, and then here we can provide 1, 1, 1, 1. That shouldn't be anything special, right? It should just be a normal. That shouldn't make everything work as it has done from before. Well, now it doesn't. It didn't do shit. Funny. And then that field, just initialize it to 0 so we don't care about it. Can I do that? I think I should be able to do. Yes, okay. Now this should work pretty much the same way. There shouldn't be any problems. There's problems. In Sky Frag 21. What's wrong with this one? Right. You can do this. Let's change it also in here then. It's probably better. Ah, but that's the problem. Ah, that's fine. Perfect. So what we can do now is we can go into the fragment again. And we can do in here, let's see, we got the light color now. So for this thing, let me see. Just multiply it in the end, I guess. But the light color is light. Jesus Christ, I also shut myself there. Holy shit. Scene
Shut?
data. Yeah. X, Y, Z. Like so. That shouldn't have an effect yet, but if we go into here and we also do it in here at the end. Multiply by scene data, light color, X, Y, Z. Shouldn't change anything either here, but now if we go to Vulkan and we remove this one and put it to 0, now we should be getting a little bit of a tint or something, you know? It was a little bit of a tint. Everything became quite purple. That's fire. Holy shit. That's fire. That's fire. The UI won't be affected by this. I think that's probably for the better. We can do if, and I will do info world. Can I get teleporter bosses or teleporter bosses items that then?
Yo.
Yo, why do you have sunboard on? What the fuck is wrong with me?
What do you mean it's good?
It is good. And we'll do that. Else, we'll do this. We could also interpolate it there, but fuck, this looks bad. Still looks pretty bad. Can I do one
Lucas,
more?
you gotta fix the planet, man. The texture looks awful.
It's on the to-do. It's on the to-do. Don't worry about it. Okay, so now if we start this thing, we should turn. Yeah, that's so fucked. And yeah, when we defeat it, it turns like that immediately. We probably could do some interpolation in between there, but yeah, it works. And let me think. It was a bit strong. I'm gonna do an if false. And so it will turn immediately to the other one. I wouldn't have done that, whatever. Anyways, I think probably like, what am I trying to do? Wait, I got this. I should forgot my keybinds. Ah, there it is. maybe not so strong. We could do more like, we still would like to be able to see ourselves at least. So what if I do this 0.8? We do everything a little bit of tint of red. And how about that? Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Thanks, T-Chef, for believing in me and my crazy ideas.
You know what I think?
I don't care. That's more like it. Yeah. So when you start the boss, that's how it will look like. Fire, right? I think that's probably pretty good. For now, it's a cool idea, I think. And then, yeah, that's what I will do. So we can now take back this thing. So normally, and then you get to a new spawn, you activate the portal, the boss makes everything red, and you defeat it and it goes back. Yeah. And then what we could do... Could also do... Go to fragment. Oh no, Vulkan. And then in here... Wait, do I want it to rotate at scene info elapsed time? That's great. At Rosa? Yeah. So when you get to a new planet, let's see that one should also turn. One-shotted it. Pretty fire. Okay, yeah, no, that's fire. That's fire. We actually got that. Damn. Okay, what I want to change now is, let's see, that is done. But I wanted to fix a little bit of a funny thing that I realized while working yesterday. Next is first a git commit. .git commit sky turn red when boss start. Git push. And then what we could do is that we could take the it was in systems for the player. Was it network? Let me see here. It was something dumb I was doing. I was like, why the fuck is this happening over here? But now, what did I write? Move planet spawn. There's one to spawn, not many. Network manager, yeah. And it's when you spawn an entity that I do something stupid. Ah, but I already did this change. What the fuck? Because the thing I didn't like is that I do the renderer context here, but yeah, it's... Is it that I do it on this? Let me take a look in here. What do I do here? But this one doesn't do that. No. Yeah. Because the render needs to create the mesh, but we are already inside spawner, so I think it's fine then to do this. A bit interesting. But I guess it makes sense. It actually is done, the thing that I wanted to do there. That's crazy. Okay. Then it's pretty much, well, I mean, I could do that, but I don't see that Let's see. Let's go and take the where is it? I have no idea where it is. I think I have it here. There. And I also want the Trello. Oh, Skybook is done. Then there's audio loot boxes, range enemies. Well, I would like to show kind of like what items you have as a screenshot, right? So I can't really tell. There's a few things I would like to change about the meshes, but I think it's not really that important. It's more important just putting more stuff in. We should actually make a whole mesh generation better so we can make the movement of the enemies better as well. What I'm thinking is to, when we generate the planet, that thing, because it can have like different shapes also, it's not supposed to be uniform. And all of these things are made out of triangles, right? So we do this now, bam. And like they can be like weirdly formed, but one thing that will stay true no matter what you do is that every triangle will always have 3 neighbors.
Weird.
What? So 3 neighbors will always be the case for any triangle. And what we could do with this is that when we generate the...
Try.
What? You can try.
You can try.
You can try that every triangle has 3 triangles as neighbors. Basically, we will have every triangle stored on the server. This is, the client doesn't need this. Every triangles correspond. There are like an array of these triangles, right? And with this, we can figure out the triangle, like it has an index, right? This is 0, 1, 2, and 3. The triangle 2 here has these as neighbors. And with that information, we should be able to figure out like a cost, I'm thinking, to move. Like it will basically be a navigation mesh. How much it costs to go from this triangle to that triangle, and this triangle. Right?
Wow.
Wow. And then what we can do with this, let's say we have a grid. These are not triangles, not squares. Okay, we all is on board. These are triangles. Trust me, these are triangles. And what we can do with this information now is that if we want to move, well, the idea will also work on this kind of grid thingy. But if we want to move a thing, this is the player over here, and want to move it, we could do the flow field to have like a, well, the planets are not that huge. I think we can do it for the whole planet, but we probably have to make it to regions, but then it would also work with LOD and these kind of stuff. So I think we'll get multiple things in one go, but for now we can do the whole planet. It's not that huge, and we can just generate the whole path for anything on it, and whenever the player moves to a new, well, maybe not, maybe new, but how do we know if player moves to a new? We would constantly have to check and then check which there needs to be like a way of mapping kind of the triangle position based on spherical coordinates or something like that. And if we could do that, we could actually be able to easily flow field, like for any triangle, what is the cheapest path to the player, and then these things will just take the neighbor, see which is the cheapest path to the player, basically. The enemies would just then get a force vector towards that direction to move, and if the entity cannot take a certain path, it's too steep or not, it will not take, it will just take a force path to another direction. We will get that also in that same go. But to know on what triangle an entity is on, that, and when it moves to a new one, that's the difficult part. How do I know that? That's the thing I do not know. Let's see, we can brainstorm a little bit the TD project. I like to improve my enemies. I'm thinking of improving the planet.
I can't.
The same go. I can't spell. Doing a planet gen using wireframes? What are they called? Frames? Net frames. Same as marching cubes, but better. And then using the triangles as a nav mesh. Triangle having 3 neighbors, we can know how the enemies should move using flow fields there when they move to the new triangle.
Because what are you even doing? I thought you want to make this sky red.
I did the sky red already.
Oh, now?
Now I'm thinking that I want to improve the enemy movement and the planet generation. So I will get them in one and same go by doing net frames. What are they called? I'm trying to figure that out. I remember I spoke with, was it Doomwurtle or was it Lucas Exorbits? I spoke about it, and
with Lucas. Oh yeah, the
yeah.
one Lucas on the server.
The one
yeah.
Lucas on the server. But at the same time, like I will do them at the same go, so I will get a new way of generating the planet, and I will store all of the triangles that get generated. And in each triangle, I will store their neighbors, you know, by index, and then I can know when a entity is on a specific triangle, how much is the cost to another triangle, and how steep it is to that triangle, and these things, and then I can.
So basically doing Dijkstra's now.
Dijkstra's? I don't know. I haven't done Dijkstra's. I'm thinking of something like Navmesh, and what is Dijkstra's in that case?
Oh, I have no idea.
You just said, yeah, you're doing Dijkstra's. I have no idea.
Nah, but wait, what's the goal again? You want to find the shortest paths through these triangles.
No, well, yes, but it's like, one step is just generating first the planet, right? You know, just using net frames instead of.
And then you want to walk the triangles of the planet.
Yeah, basically like the entities.
Then it's Dijkstra's.
Well, it's flow. It's what's it called? Flow. What the fuck? I just wrote about flow fields. I don't know if that's Dijkstra's.
Yeah, maybe it's not Dijkstra's.
Isn't Dijkstra's? Isn't Dijkstra's these GAG like node graphs? Well, I guess it's kind of node graph. It would be
kind of. This is a node graph.
Well, I guess.
I think you could use Dijkstra's for this.
How do you spell Dijkstra's? extras. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I will just see if something will pop out extras there. It's a grid search outer window that uses for shortest path from single source node to all other. Oh no, you won't even know the node ahead. You won't calculate. You will only know the node that you're at. So I assume the extras is that you do the full node search.
Oh yeah.
This one will just know that I'm here, which one is cheapest, and then it will also know, depend on its criteria, that if an entity can't move in a specific steepness angle, and even if it's the cheapest, cannot take that path, so it will take the next best. Because what I'm thinking is that when the player moves to a new cell or whatnot, it will recompute the flow field, and then entities will check just that which one is the best optimal for me to take next to get to the player. Like it will be kind of like a flow field. I don't know how unoptimized optimized that will be.
Unoptimized, yeah.
But we'll see. Or maybe I'm thinking it's wrong, but that's why I'm kind of brainstorming with Claude, because it probably knows the answers to a lot of these things that I'm trying to figure out. Your enemy solved the path correctly, but that's all. The great circle steering projects the player onto the tangent plane, face it, move on planet along forward on a smooth sphere with no obstacles. That is the optimal path. A nav mesh flow field would compute the same straight, but it's gonna change just with a build step and adjacent table and per frame field rebuild in between. So wrong one of the latter. A nav mesh solves routing problem you don't currently have, but I'm gonna have. Only earns its keep when you have obstacles exist. There will be obstacles. Walls, yes. Pits, yes. Cliffs, yes. Caves, yes. Water, yes. The enemy must go around. Your planet is featureless spheres right now, so hundreds of entities, one target, flow fields, amortize, compute the field once every enemy samples it instead of each doing its own steering with 5 least direct steering. Your instinct that surface nets. Martin Cube is right, but for a reason you didn't say, this MCM implement appends every triangle vertex unshared per corner, no dedup. It's a triangle soup with no adjacencies. You literally cannot build a 3 neighbor per triangle nav mesh from it without welding past surface nets. Gives 1 vertex per cell on a dual grid, so neighbors fall out of the grid indices for free. That's the actual payoff, but again, only matter if the planet stops being a smooth ball and grows features. The fork. There are 3 separate projects bundled under improve enemies, and which one are you real dependent entirely on what improve means. The genuinely change that genuinely changes what I build. So what you build, I'm gonna build. Or what you would build. Okay, behavior is boring. No, too many steers. No, the walk through things. No, movement is fine. No, Jesus, all of these are wrong. Going to improve planet gen to look and feel better. Adding caves, cliffs,
Caves and cliffs update,
yeah. Obstacles, etc. So enemies will need a better algo, and we are doing hundreds of entities. And I can't present. Next. Is the planet staying smooth sphere or growing real terrain mountains? Add real terrain caves. There, good. There's nothing wrong with the enemies per se, like the enemies are fine. Well, they do have a little bit of mismatch between attack animation and actual dealing damage, but that's a small thing that we'll fix later. It's not the fun part to fix right now. The fun part is to make the planet look cool, alright? Like, oops. Do I have a Zig build run? And I'm running the server, am I? No, I'm not. I am. Like, it's getting there pretty cool. Like, it's just well, also networking could be improved a little bit. But in general, it's pretty awesome, you know? Just imagine if it was just a bit cooler planet.
It's a cool planet.
It is a pretty cool plan, but you know, it's always quite the same, so we could actually seed it and like make a little bit more difference, variety. That would add a lot. Both gates are satisfied. Obstacles to route are around hundreds of agents. The damage flow field now earns its place. Good instinct. 3 corrections to make it lazy version. Nav node surface cells, not triangles. Why would I do surface cells instead of triangles? Then build each triangle as 3 neighbors. Surface nets already gives you 1 vertex per grid cell on a dual grid. So use the cells as nav nodes. So use the cells as navigation nodes and get adjacency from grid coordinates for free. Really? Could you do that? I guess. Oh my god. Wait a minute. But how would you then neighbors? It's 6 grid adjacent cell. Keep the ones that are also surface cells. No welding pass. No neighbors research. No adjacent table to maintain. The render mesh and nav graph fall out of the same surface cell list. Triangles with 3 neighbors. Triangles with 3 neighbors would force you to weld up your current triangle soup. The MC code append every word unshared. There's no adjacency in it. Today, skip the entirely flow field, rebuild player cell change. Not per frame. 1 dijkstra from the player cell across. Okay, well that would be dijkstra, I guess. The cell graph. Each cell stores distance next cell direction. Rerun only when the player crosses into a new cell. That's a few times a second, not 60 Hz. Every enemy then just samples its cell this direction and feeds it into your existing move on planet project to tangent. 100 of enemies, 1 shared field. This is exactly the case. So field of 4, skip per entity A star. The whole point is enemies don't pathfind individually. Naive surface nets, slope gates, edges. Use naive surface nets. Vertex, average of edge crossing. No dual contouring with QEF sharp feature solving. That's the research rabbit hole, and Cliff reads fine from voxel field alone. The 1 bit of game logic you need: drop a nav edge when the step between 2 surface cells is too tall, too steep, slope adjacent normal dot, or height delta. That's what makes cliff unwalkable and caves route. I'm thinking a bit different. I'm gonna see what it says a bit more, but I tried to watch. The physics collider must regenerate from same surface net's output. But you don't need to regenerate the physics collider, you just keep the same. What the fuck is it? Or wait, from the same surface net output. Yeah, right now the planet is a smooth sphere mesh. Once it has cliffs, if the jolt collision mesh doesn't match the render mesh, enemies walk through walls. Yeah, but that's fine. Well, it's fine that they walk through walls. Sequencing 4 small PRs, not 1. Surface nets meshing. Replace marching cubes. Expose the surface cells grid. Get it looking right. Colliders matching. Biggest risk foundation. Nav graph cells. Slope gated grid adjacency. Debug droid. Well, haha. Debug droid. I don't know if that's gonna. Flow field. Dijkstra from player cell. Rebuild on cell change.
Oh, did I hear Dijkstra?
Yeah, you did.
I called it earlier.
Yeah, it was from the enemy apparently, or from the player, not the enemy does just then. But yeah, and let's see on cell change. Debug draw arrows. I'm a bit unsure still about how. That's what I want to talk about. Is the first of all, edge slash triangles should store slope or could be calculated. So cost is always the same, but for a specific entity type, it can see the slope and calculate if it can take that path. If not, it will take the next best neighbor. And then I'm thinking, what was it suggested also? The new player cell. It is only server needs this. When can be done? How do we get the position of a cell? I don't see it. How do frame, what are they called? Frame surface nets work? Do you have resources on it? Let's go into here, and this one is actually done. We'll add here planet upgrade, and then we'll add enemy upgrade, and we'll do a checklist here. Surface nets and and what else will we have? We'll have pretty much it. Enemies will use the flow fields, and that's pretty much it. I think I can figure out more abstractions or ideas to make about that, but good question. Let me hit all three. The slope idea is right, but there is a fork in it. For storing slope on the edge, yes, but compute the field per class, not per entity. I don't. Does it think I'm doing object oriented? Store slope on the edge. Cheap height delta, or 1 minus dot product normal A, normal B. Okay, keep traversal, it costs uniform, agree so far, but here's the catch. In entity sees slope, else takes next best neighbor. In a single flow field based in one set of passable edges, if a climber can cross a cliff, a walker can't, they need different routes and take the next best neighbor. It's a local greedy fallback that gets the entity stuck against a wall that the field route is straight into. The next best neighbor might point back the way they came. Oh, that's true. The lazy but correct version, bucket entity types into a few movement classes. Ground, climber, flyer, a slope threshold each. Compute one flow field per class. That's probably smarter. Each class Dijkstra just ignores edges steeper than its threshold. Same graph. Slope stored once on the edge, filtered at field build time. That's actually a lot smarter. Yeah. I would have done that mistake. Cost 2-3 Dijkstra on player cell.
I can't.
What are you laughing to?
No, for cheesecake.
What is cheesecake?
I gotta send you our DM thing. Well, she says it's okay if I send it to Lucas, right? I know you will already say yes, so I will always say it. Yeah. So now he writes no just because he can. Yeah.
Yeah, also,
Look at this
did you
thing.
put that function SDLT? It's fitting right there. Note SDL. What? what?
10 whatever. That's too good.
Okay. Cost 3 to dash around player cell change instead of 1. Sub millisecond on few thousand cell graph, nothing. Win routing is globally correct. Nobody gets stuck, no per entity per frame. That's actually really much better. Let's add that also. Entity walk and navigation kind. Or enemy kind. Well, entity navigation kind. Entirely entity navigation. What is the time? Okay, 15 minutes. Okay, maybe I will find some
Lock in.
Lock in. If your enemies actually share one slope tolerance, zip class entirely one field done. Only add classes when a type genuinely climbs differently. Imagine adding like spiders or something like that. Would be sick. How could you get a cell position? Surface nets, you don't compute cell position separately. In surface nets, you don't compute cell position separately. What the fuck does that mean? In surface nets, how to get your cell position? In surface nets, you don't compute cell position separately. The cell nav position is the vertex it emits. What does that mean? One cell, one vertex.
Miro.
Yeah. The average surface crossing. So, cell identity. It's integer grid chord x, y, z. Cell position, the surface net vertex.
Oh, loot boxes. That's next up, bro.
Pump that up a bit before audio. You need to make that money rain.
Yeah, before the playtest, so we will go and buy stuff.
Yeah. Adjacency, grid neighbors, x1 plus minus 1, y, etc. That are also surface cells. To define grid cell that entity is in, invert your gen transform. Your current code maps grid world as world chords plus center radius plus 0. So chord round entity position minus center, where center is just 0, plus radius minus 0.5. So net frames are just is it integer or not float? I thought they were floats. Not, oh my god. Not floats, oh my god. No floats. Two separate things, don't conflate them. Cell identity, integer grid chord, used for adjacency hash map lookup which cell am I in integer. Cell position, the vertex you render that cell position. The vertex you render nav target float. It's the average of where the SDF sign distance field crosses the cube edges. Somewhere inside the cell, nudge towards the surface, not the integer corner. So surface cell is integer key float position. Cell grid index adjacent lookup position average surface crossing render nav mesh. Okay. The whole reason surface nets is better here is exactly this split. You navigate connect on integer grid. Neighbor are just coordinates. Oh my fucking god, no way. That's so freaking cool. Oh my god.
I can't, bro.
But are you doing more of those notes?
What?
Oh, it's too good.
When I visit at float position, so it looks smooth instead of blocky. Marching cubes only gives you a float, never clean integer grid to walk. Contrast, if you snapped vertices into integer corners, you'd get Minecraft cube world. The float offset is what makes different caves look organic.
Lucas, I sent you a screenshot.
What the fuck is going? Can I put this on stream, guys?
Yeah.
You guys are cooking something weird.
Oh, gosh, Lucas here.
So put it directly under that. Put it under there. I can't. This is too funny. Just thought because it's also a SDL. Do you know a nice way to solve it? Get ticks. Inline big bro. Where is that?
Bro doesn't talk in Discord images anymore. He just has images.
He has lost it. It's like fucking hell. Wait. We're static inline, bro. Wait, do you have like separate version or what's going on here? Oh wait, nah.
What do you mean separate versions?
Wait, what does it mean? We're static. Oh wait, inline.
No, static inline of a function.
Ah.
Oh, Lucas.
Okay, I go. Sorry. My bad.
Can't Zig do that magic. Don't inline developing.
I actually haven't used much the word keyword static except for just having a variable that is always the same no matter who calls it. Okay, but net frames. Oh shit. That is what it is. called?
Because what do you mean with Vulkan support?
Vulkan support? What do you mean Vulkan support?
In the to-dos.
You need to do Vulkan support?
No, in the to-dos.
Ah,
what do you mean
there's
with Vulkan support?
for doing the render passes, because there's a guy who do not have support for dynamic rendering, quite old laptop. I was thinking, well, if I don't have anything else to do, I will do that. This is what it's called, right? You got resources on it, like papers, links, blogs, or something could use a visual idea about it. Let's try to.
All right, we're getting the data seconds with this one.
Net frames, surface nets, bruh, surface nets programming. I have already done the search. It's closer not to net frames, close though. That's probably what you have. Remember, full name is dual contouring method. The simple variant is naive surface nets. And surface nets.net, step by step with clear diagrams of grid vertex quad process, best for getting the mental picture. Okay. Okay, this one is, yeah, okay. And then we have this one, animated visuals show the per cell. Is that just the same what I just saw? Voxel mesh on GPU naive surface nets.
Alright, be right back.
Alright. Okay. That's actually pretty cool what they have done. Holy shit. Yo. That's fire. I actually think I saw this when I was like, wait. Oh my god. Naive surface nets is a simplified version of dual contouring method. While dual contouring offers more accurate results, naive surface mesh provides a good compromise between simplicity and performance. It allows for the generation of smooth and visual appealing voxel meshes efficiently. Damn. So fire. Okay, wait. In Mirror, I took on the challenge of implementing a naive surface nets algorithm on the GPU. This approach has numerous advantages, particularly when dealing with large voxel grids. Well, I think it's probably if you have something more dynamic terrain. I do not. I have one static generation, and that, well, I could make it dynamic, but probably will not do it. But we could also translate over to the GPU then, but that's not the idea now. By utilizing the parallel processing power of the GPU, I was able to generate triangles for each voxel simultaneously, significantly improving performance. To enable efficient mesh generation, I store voxel grids as truncated sign distance fields, SDFs. Each level of detail LOD has its own grid, which helps control the amount of detail rendered based on distance from the viewer. The SDFs are vital in determining the shape and positioning of the resulting triangles during the mesh processing. Well, yeah, I was thinking because it reminds me a lot about the SDF video that we watched. SDF. This one. Like the kind of like style in a way, but it's still not quite that, but really impressive. Did I read that? Yeah. No. Store voxel grid structure. Yeah. Dynamic terrain and real-time reconstruction. I think this one is maybe a little bit more on the, yeah, it's talking about the naive, but I think it's more about the dynamicness, and I'm not that interested in doing dynamic. I'm more in static. The canonical text code, the reference article calls naive surface nets really easy to code, has a JavaScript implementation you can read straight across the Zig. Most thorough cover texturing too. Let's take that one and look into it. Smooth voxel terrain part 2. There's a part 1. Marching cubes, marching Tetra, primal dual classification, dual method, make your own dual scheme, surface nets. So fire. Naive surface nets. Oh. I think this one doesn't really tell much more about it. Here's a neat puzzle. What happens if we apply dual recipe to a regular cubical grid like we did in marching cubes? Well, it turns out that you get same boy cubical meshes that you'd make in Minecraft game, topological speaking. Okay, let's see. I don't think that one was as relevant. I just quickly saw it, but that's meh. But didn't say it had also like a JavaScript example. What? Not quite. And then I closed the thing I wanted to read. Smooth voxel mapping, a technical deep dive on real-time surface nets texturing. Texturing. I should probably also do some texturing on it, but then we could make it look cool or whatnot. This one seems really good. I will store this one. Once we get to maybe upgrade planet textures, that's a question mark. I'll put it there. If I could please. And what else do we have here? Skip for now, advanced, chunk terrain LOD. Yeah, we don't really care about the LOD right now. Two things search confirms that matters for your plan. Naive surface nets can't do sharp 90-degree features. Fine for an organic planet, cliffs reads as steep slopes, not knife edges. Only it matters if you want hard edges, man-made structure, which is the point where you'd reach full dual contouring. Don't until then. It's a good compromise between simplicity and performance, and really easy to code. A lazy choice is also correct on here. Read the Caribbean one first for the picture, then 0 FPS for the code. Want me to fetch the 0 FPS, sketch it against your planet kind when you're ready to start. Press PR1. Serbian. This one was the first one. Caribbean. Did I say Caribbean? Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Well, I will store this one. I will probably read this on the train.
I'm back.
Implement. I think I'm gonna have to go. That's about 1 minute.
Okay, then Harold, Cheese, and I will take over the stream with Super
Yeah.
Suckscard. Yeah.
Yes.
That will be fire.
Just stay live for how long are you gone?
I will be back. I will be going now, and then the whole Saturday I will be gone. Sunday I may not be able to get back in time. So, but I will try.
Okay,
Latest
so leave
Monday.
your stream on and just stream Harold's stream.
Stream Harold stream. Latest on Monday I will be back.
But just imagine if you were like actually like just stream Harold's stream and just wait for 1 day. And then you're not home and then you look at your stream. Nah, man, that's good.
Oh, I didn't read the chat for a while. Sorry, Freezy Kid. Damn. What is statics for? He asked. Oh man, I think is he still there? But you can ask it on the server. I gotta go so I don't miss my train. Thank you. Bye bye, and I will see you latest Monday.
Yes, yeah. Cheesecake.